Hello, I'm Dr. Francisco Solis, president of San Antonio College, and today I'm joined by American Sign Language student Jazzmen Wilken.
Hi, I'm Jazzmen Wilken. I'm a full-time student currently studying ASL at San Antonio College. I'm here to talk with Dr. Solis about my journey through the program.
Welcome to Students First. Thanks for joining me today, Jazzmen. How are you?
Very well, and yourself?
Good, thank you. Why don't we start a little bit with about just who you are and how you arrived at San Antonio College?
Sure thing. So prior to being in San Antonio College, I was a co-teacher at a school. I've been married for 13 years. My husband's name is Tom. He is a licensed pilot, and he's amazing. Prior military as well. We have 6 beautiful children, ages between 11 to 1. We started off in California, that's where we met. After that, my husband did get out of the military in California. We traveled to Virginia, and that's where he went and got his pilot's license at Liberty University. Following that, we went back to Texas, and then my husband got a job in New Zealand. So our life took us there. At that point, we had 2 children. So we went to New Zealand, stayed there for about 4 years, settled down, became residents, loved it, and then came back here to Texas. One day, I just felt like I was being called to learn sign language. I didn't know if San Antonio College had a program, but I decided to look into it, found out it did, and one thing after another, I ended up here. I didn't know what I was walking into. I had no idea. Previously, I didn't know anything about the deaf community. I didn't know any sign language. So walking into a class was mind-blowing. My teacher was deaf, and so it was immediately learn to communicate, and that was awesome. I loved every moment of that. The teacher was amazing, and since then, the department has been just fantastic.
So talk to us a little bit about the process of interpreting, right? You know, I'm always fascinated as a member of the audience with the interpreter. What do you think about how does the interpreter convey, right, the tone and the language and the different signs? Because I've noticed that not all approaches are the same.
That's exactly right. They're not all the same. It depends on the interpreter. It also depends on the audience. So each individual, be it a deaf consumer or a person who is not deaf but needs the interpreter, they need the information a bit differently. Also, you match the register. So with that being said, if there's tone in the voice, if it's a question, you use your eyebrows, your facial expressions, your body manner to convey that same tone that is given to you vocally. And or if it is given to you through sign, you match it vocally. So one way or the other. So
does the body language of the interpreter convey different messages through different interpreters?
Kind of. Each interpreter has their own way of interpreting. They have their own style. So you'll see some interpreters have a lot of expression, a lot of body movements, while other interpreters are a little bit more inside of their own style, if you will. So it is a little bit different, although the message that is delivered kind of the same. I think the curriculum is best to be put out in the different language levels. So starting with ASL 1, which is the first level of learning sign language, to the second level, so ASL 2, then to the third, ASL 3. There is a jump from each one, but it's not one that's not supported. So you learn a lot of sign language in your first ASL class. The teacher teaches you over 1,000 words just to learn to communicate. So by the time you leave ASL 1, you're comfortable. Then you get into the second class, and then there's the third, then there's the fourth. So you have 4 levels of ASL before what we have is our midpoint. That's called mid-program. You take that test, and it tests your ability to communicate effectively, your ability to understand a little bit of sign language, your ability to produce vocabulary at a normal rate, if you will, and also your understanding of the deaf community itself. Do you understand what it means when deaf individuals do things that are culturally appropriate for their culture? And how do you react to those things? Because it's very important as well.
I know that ASL has created a special environment, if you want. One, they're very involved in the community, your instructors are, which then helps to promote, I think, the students and those linkages, if you want, into the community. How have you experienced that with your program? Have you attended any of the special events?
I have. The reason why the program encourages the involvement in the deaf community is because the program leads to either interpreting or deaf support specialist. You cannot be either successfully if you don't communicate with the deaf community beforehand. So they encourage that so that you have that comfort and that confidence to go into the community and work after being a friend for a long time. But for interpreting, there's 3 levels of interpreting, interpreting 1, 2, and 3. After that is internship. And internship, you get to work out in the field with a mentor with you, so you're never by yourself, and you get to learn, again, in that same community that you've already grown bonds with. So it's really nice. That's pretty much how the whole department flows.
Talk to us a little bit about, so we know that the difference between a student that is successful and a student that not successful is largely how involved that student was on campus. And also the relationship that the students build with their faculty members. So talk to us a little bit about the individuals, whether that's a faculty member or somebody in student success, right, in one of the services that has really helped you along in this journey.
I can't name just one person. It's impossible. It's really the entire department. My first ASL teacher was Darren Dobson, and he's been amazing all the way through, very encouraging. You know, you've gone so far, you're doing so great, just continues to encourage me. Then there is Miss Julie.
I just want to share, right, Darren is deaf, right?
Yes, Darren is deaf.
Faculty member.
Yeah, he's a deaf faculty member. And then we have Miss Julie, who I remember days where there's tests on that day, you know, you have your test anxiety, and I would ask her, can you just tell the whole class something that's encouraging? And the way that she could just tell us, you guys got this, you've been doing this so long, and just hype us up and encourage us for our test. Oh my goodness, it's amazing. I've tried to take a little bit of her into every single test I've gone into. Miss Javon, who's an interpreter. There's just so many people. I can't just name one. There are so many teachers and faculty members who've supported me along the way.
My name is Elena Webb. I'm the Chair of Languages and Philosophy here at San Antonio College. The American Sign Language program here at San Antonio College has been a flagship program for more than 30 years. The program offers 2 workforce degrees, one as an American Sign Language interpreter and another as a deaf support specialist. Well, they both focus on communication access, allowing deaf people full access to the world around them. We also provide an educational opportunity for people to earn a living and immediately join the workforce after completing either of our A.A.S. degrees. The program has achieved national accreditation over 2 cycles, which is very impressive. Full complement of both deaf and hearing instructors, and all of our classes on language, so meaning all of our ASL classes are taught by deaf instructors in their native language. On the interpreting side, our interpreting instructors are all certified working interpreters with many, many years of experience. Collectively, our interpreters have well over 100 years of experience. They bring what they have experienced in their profession into the classroom. They share stories with the students. They provide real-world scenarios for role play and engage in discussions and ask students to foresee where they might have trouble answering a question or where they might face challenges, and give them the opportunity and the tools to learn how to mitigate and navigate those circumstances. Jazzmen is, I wish I could clone Jazzmen. She is amazing. She's a very busy mom, and she's in the lab probably more than anybody else, learning how to be better, how to learn the language more, how to get a deeper understanding of her craft. She also serves as one of the 2 student members of our advisory board. She is in her 2nd term and probably her last term as she graduates, I believe, at the end of this semester. She is a leader. Her peers look to her for guidance and mentorship. She's an encourager. When students hit a wall, as we all do, Jazzmen's right there to make sure that she can encourage them and tell them, you've got this, we can do this, here, I'll go do it with you. She represents the program in a way that I am very happy. I'm very proud of Jazzmen. I feel like she does a fantastic job representing San Antonio College and representing our ASL program.
So, if you've been on our campus this year, I'm sure you've noticed that we're celebrating our centennial, 100 years of service and impact to our community. The deaf program alone, right, has had so many graduates that are now working in the field in San Antonio. What one experience about your first year at SAC do you think you'll carry on for years?
I think that initial shock will always stay with me. The initial, how do I communicate? But yet watching my teacher patiently encourage me to keep trying. That keep trying, you'll get it mentality has gone with me through the entire program, and I think it will continue to go with me my whole life.
I'm glad you were able to experience San Antonio College in whole as you've been here, and I so much appreciate you sharing your conversation with me this morning.
Of course. Thank you for the conversation.
Thank you.